question and answer session. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Aishwarya Zakatia, Placecomer. I welcome you all to the 16th webinar conducted by the Placement Committee of University of Mumbai's Alkesh Dinesh Mody Institute for Financial and Management Studies. Our topic for today's webinar is Introduction to the Securities Market, Role of Stock Exchange and Depositories and Career in Securities Market. So let me first introduce you to the facilitators of our today's webinar. Mr. Mihir Moge, sir. He holds an PGDM degree in marketing from IES Management College and Research Center and has a 7+ year of industry experience. Currently, he is working as a manager in NSDL at Investor Education Department. NSDL is one of the largest depositories in the world. Let me introduce to our second guest speaker, Mr. B.M. Khaja Muhyiddin. He holds a BA, MCS, MBA, MPhil, PG diploma in Capital Market and Investment Analysis. He is currently working as an Assistant Vice President at Metropolitan Stock Exchange of India, commonly known as MSE. He worked in First Electronic Nationwide Stock Exchange, OTC Exchange of India, to set up compliance department in MCX. Inspections for stockbrokers and sub-brokers, Standard Chartered Banking Group, in the capital market wing. He also worked in various departments like inspection for stockbrokers and listed companies, membership compliance, investor grievance, arbitration, regulatory compliance, investor service center in MSc currently. He has obtained various certification modules of NISM like currency derivatives, equity derivative, compliance, depository operations, securities operations, and risk management. Now about ADMI. Alkesh Dinesh Mody Institute was established in the year 1994 as the Institute of University of Mumbai. The courses provided at Alkesh Dinesh Mody Institutes are Bachelor's in Management Studies, Master's in Management Studies, and MSc in Finance. The institute has an impressive placement record, with the highest package being 6.3 lakh and average being 4.5 lakh for the batch of 2020. We were also successful in providing internship to more than 95% of our students during this pandemic situation. So here was a short introduction. I welcome you all for today's webinar. Thank you. Over to Kavita ma'am.
Kavita, we can't hear you.
Okay. I'm sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. I wish to express my sincere gratitude to NSDL for allowing us to host this today's webinar. And as you are seeing on the banner, this today's webinar is the 16th webinar, national webinar we are calling it, as an Institute Placement Cell on Introduction to Securities Market, Role of Stock Exchange and Depository, and Careers in Securities Market. As Aishwarya has already mentioned to you that during the time of pandemic, as an institute, we keep on doing multiple activities. But before we proceed in our today's webinar, I would like to tell the audience that since April, we had started organizing our lots of webinars that was national and international, and we had tried to cover almost all the important topics in terms of grooming, letting students aware about the current challenges, opportunities, and also how alumni of the institute are doing very good and making us proud in terms of their achievements and in terms of their glory. This today's webinar is very relevant and very crucial for students' perspective because most of the students in our institute are from finance specialization. And as you may see, the attendees also across India are from finance specialization. The market is very difficult. Placement is becoming a huge challenge to us. So, in today's talk, I am sure the experts with their domain expertise not only help students to understand what the securities market is all about, they will also help the audience to understand that how they need to make their careers in securities market and make themselves more employable in current challenges. So in this respects, I without wasting much time, I request Smita ma'am to kindly give her chairman address before we start our today's program.
Thank you, Kavita. Good afternoon to all the participants of this program. Good afternoon to Mr. B.M. Khaja Mohiddin, Assistant Vice President, Metropolitan Stock Exchange, Mr. Mihir from NSDL, who is Manager Investor Education, Mr. Sandeep, who is, I believe, doing the technical support of the program, again from NSDL, Ms. Kavita Mishra, our placement officer at Alkesh Dinesh Mody Institute for Financial and Management Studies, the placement team of ADMI, and all the participants who are from various institutions, colleges, students, faculty members from colleges across India. So very warm afternoon, good afternoon to you all. I'd like to begin my address, brief address only, by stating our relationship with NSDL. It has been a long standing relationship which we have shared with NSDL. Alkesh Dinesh Mody Institute for Financial and Management Studies is a department of University of Mumbai. We are located at Kalina campus of University of Mumbai, which is at Santa Cruz East, and we are almost next to the university examination section. So when I talk about our relationship with NSDL, the first thing which I'd like to mention is about the role of NSDL in creating digital lockers, that is, in creating DMAT educational certificates of the students of University of Mumbai. So University of Mumbai has a MOU with NSDL, and under that MOU, NSDL has been providing and facilitating the students of University of Mumbai to create DigiLocker in which the e-certificates, education certificates can be stored. So that is one aspect of the relationship and long-standing relationship which university has with NSDL. Again, NSDL is a critical service provider in our online banking. So once pandemic started and institutions started realizing that most of the accounts facilities which are otherwise open for the students to walk into the office and are provided have to go online, University of Mumbai has chosen NSDL as its partner to do online banking. In addition to that, NSDL also has been partnering with our institute, which is part of University of Mumbai. It has been partnering with our institution in doing capacity building programs for the students. So even prior to lockdown, we have ran a complete series of multiple lectures which focused on securities markets for our Masters in Management Studies students. And in addition to that, we have in touch with various functionaries at NSDL, and we have shared a very good interpersonal relationship with the NSDL. So thank you, NSDL, for again creating this opportunity where in a partnership with you all, we can do this program. Now, the topic of the program which we are doing today focuses on careers in securities market. Within that, the role of the stock exchanges and depositories, etc. So for that, I like to tell all the participants that when we talk about securities market, the domain is very, very large. Securities market includes the capital market, and within capital market, when you talk about money market, debt market, etc. So the domain is very large. And within this domain, I'll say maybe operations of those who are bankers to the issue, operations of those who are doing activities related to buyback of securities, collective investment schemes, credit rating agencies, custodians, depositories like NSDL is one, debenture trustees, FIIs, inside when we refer to other entities, stock exchanges, lead managers, merchant bankers, mutual funds, portfolio managers. There are multiple entities which are part of the securities market. And the number of opportunities which are existing in securities market are very wide. Only thing is we need to have right awareness and focus on what we want to really achieve in terms of our resume building, in terms of looking at specific job opportunities, in terms of even understanding the market. So scope is wide, and I believe the focus discussion which will be done today through our expert panel, that will be useful to all the participants. So on that note, I'll end my brief address. And once again, thank you NSDL team, and thank you to both the panel members for accepting this invitation. Thank you. Yes, Kavita, over to you.
Thank you so much, Smita ma'am. I request Aishwarya, you please take over because she is going to do the introduction and further part of our today's webinar.
Yes, ma'am. So, an introduction to our speakers. Mr. Mihir Moge, he holds an PGDM degree in marketing from IES Management College and Research Center, and he has a 7+ years of industry experience. Currently, he is working as a manager in the Investor Education Department in NSDL, which is one of the largest depositories in the world. So, talking about NSDL, it started its operation in 1996. NSDL is promoted by institutions of national stature like IDBI Bank, NSE, and SWTI. NSDL has established a national infrastructure of international standards that handles most of the securities held and settled in dematerialized form in Indian capital markets. At NSDL, they have 90% market share of custody value holding close to 196.11 lakh crores. This is the figure as on August 2020. About our second guest speaker, Mr. B.M. Khaja Mohidin. He holds a BA, MCS, MBA in MBA, MPhil, PG diploma in capital market and investment analysis. Currently, he is working as an assistant vice president at Metropolitan Stock Exchange of India, commonly known as MSC. He worked in First Electronic Nationwide Stock Exchange, OTC Exchange of India, to set up compliance department in MCX, inspection for stockbrokers and sub-brokers, Standard Chartered Banking Group in the capital market wing. He also worked in various departments like inspection for stockbrokers and listed companies, membership, compliance, investor grievances, arbitration, regulatory compliance, investor service center in MSC currently. He has obtained various certification modules of NISM like currency derivatives, equity derivatives, compliance, depository operations, securities operations, and risk management. Over to you, Kavita ma'am.
Okay, Shwarya. So, with this brief introduction, here we invite our first speaker, Mr. Mihir, the manager from NSDL, to kindly give his thought on today's topic. Thank you very much. And I request all the other attendants to kindly don't on their video. Hey, Roshan, I request you to kindly off your video.
Mihir, I would like you to please start the session.
Mr. Mihir, can you hear us?
Mihir, Mihir,
Mihir sir, can you hear us? Sandeep, in case sir has any difficulty, technical problems, so can we request our second speaker, Mr. Khaja Mohiddin sir, to do his presentation and start the talk? Is it possible?
Mihir, can you hear us? Mihir, 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 am I audible to you?
I can hear you, Sandeep.
You can hear me, ma'am. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes, we
let
can
me
hear
check
you.
with him.
I can't see him in the participants list. It looks like maybe he might have had some technical
Network.
trouble.
No,
Yes.
Mihir is there in the list, ma'am.
Is it there?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mihir
Maybe I
Mody.
missed it. Yeah.
MIHEE.
Yes, I can also see him. So, Sandeep, if he has any problem and Khaja sir does
So
not
let
have
me
any
check with
problem,
Khwaja sir. Khwaja sir, am I audible to you, Khwaja sir?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what we can do is, can we start with your session first? Then we can
No
ask
problem.
Mihir with the
No problem.
yeah.
No problem for me.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
so, Khaja sir, already Aishwarya has given your brief introduction to us, and we are very fortunate and privileged to hear you out. So, I request you to kindly start your presentation and address to the audience. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Thank you. Sorry. Good evening. Thank you very much, everyone. I would like to thank Mr. Sandeep Meher and the college team, chairperson, officials, faculties, everyone, because in this COVID situation, normally everyone is at home and they are not meeting people and social distance, no assemble. All these things are happening it now because of the COVID problem and lockdown. And now it is a little bit relaxed. And also, as per the SEBI guidance, what are all the developments is happening, it that needs to be updated to the investors, students, and the what are the developments happening in the capital market. Some or the other we'll have to update them so that this webinar session has been started, and then we are conducting even such type of program for the college students association, trade unions, various people we are doing it. Thank you for everyone at participating. I have seen the strength of the students also. It's very excellent, and people having so much eager to participate such a programs to update the knowledge of about the capital market. And even this is the period for the World Investor Week, actually from 23rd to 29 of this week. The India is celebrating the World Investor Week. Accordingly, each exchanges are doing it a lot of activities for the celebrating of this week. And even our exchange also doing it a women-centric financial literacy program on a daily basis. Apart from that, quiz program also through our website and Facebook, all these things are happening it. Over and above, in this week only we have conducted totally 22 programs in this week only for the celebration of this World Investor Week. First of all, we should know that what is the capital market? What is everyone is talking about capital market, and it is driving even the economy of the country, and all exchanges are all companies are mobilizing the funds from through this capital market. All these things. So, such a sensitive capital market, we should have to have the compliance and the whatever the it should be regulated properly, then only it will be run whatever the requirements of the regulatory body and the government. So in this capital market, actually there are a lot of various acts that being involved in this. you can see that the SEBI Act 1992, which is required for this capital market, and RBI Act even for the currency trading happening it. So in that way, Companies Act, because of the all companies coming out for the IPO, and subsequently it is trading in the secondary market, and then the Prevention of Money Laundering Act related to the funds coming into the market, and insurance related, actually the security for the stock brokers, and the Depository Act, which is maintaining a shares in the electronic format. All this act is required for running this capital market in a smoother way. So, and accordingly, you can see that the capital market functions. First of all, what is capital market? Simple, I will tell you. It is the nothing but it is the meeting platform of the people who is having a money and the people who are needed a money. This is the requirement. This is a basic actually. They are having a, some people are having a capital, some people are required a capital. So they are exchanging in this platform by way of they are giving the whatever the cash capital, whatever they are having it, and then getting back the shares or various instrument which the delivering by the companies. So this is the place for meeting the people, all the peoples who are having a money, who are needed the money. Who are needed the money, what for they are mobilizing these funds. They are mobilizing for, it might be for the business purpose, it might be for the development of the infrastructure, it might be for the development of the economy of the country, and it might be for the, what are the various promotional activities. So many things they are using the fund. Ultimately they are using the fund for the developments of the economy. This is what they are mobilizing a fund, but they are collecting the fund through various mode. It might be coming through the IPO, or it might be through the private placement. So many activities are happening in this capital market. See, next, who is the regulatory body? Someone has to regulate. Then only the what are the things is happening in the market. It will go as per the systematic way, as per the regulated way, as per the implementation, as per the compliance requirement. Then only because of this, the SEBI is, which is the Security Exchange Board of India, is the regulatory body for the capital market. What is their main role? It was established in 1992. What is the main role of them? First point is they are regulating the market, number one. And number two, protecting the interest of the investors. Number three, promote the development of the market. This is the major 3 points which is doing by the SEBI, and then on that basis regulation is happening, development is happening, and the protection also for the investor, their money safety, that is also available in the market. Then what is the stock exchange? What is the role of stock exchange? Because stock exchange only providing the trading platform for the stockbroker. To the stockbroker, they are all people are registering with themselves with exchange, and then they are registering with the SEBI also. Both the sides, they will have to do the registration. If you are dealing with only the registered institution, then only if any discrepancies in the future, that can be resolved in a systematic way. If you are entering into the whatever the unregulated market, say like OTC market, say like some off market you are doing it. One person is meeting with the other, and then your share transfer is happening it through. It is not through the systematic way. It might be default also sometimes. Either side, you may collect the fund and you cannot give the shares to them, or you can give the shares and they may not be obliged for the payment, whatever it is. There might be chances of the default system in the unregulated market. That is what we are telling, that you people as an investor, as a future investors, you should see that which broker will have to contact, which recognized exchange will have to do the trades. All these things will help you for the guaranteeing of your trades. And whenever the company is coming out for the listing. It is the primary and secondary market is there. When they are coming out for mobilizing a fund, at least 25%, they will have to give it to the public. They will have to mobilize a fund from the public. 25% public shareholding is must as per the regulations. So they are coming out, which is called the initial public offer. They are coming it for the first time. They will come through this route. They will come first open offer for the public and they will mobilize the fund. Subsequently, after completion of that process, within 7 days, there is earlier it was 15 to 20 days was time to list in the subsequent exchange for the subsequent trading, because first level is they are collecting it and they are allotting shares to you, but after that you wanted to buy or sell, you are interested to buy more shares. Might be allotment way you got it only you are applied for the 100 shares, but on an average you got it only 50 shares. You have a money, you wanted to buy subsequently, you can enter into the secondary market, accordingly you can buy. So once the company is registered, once the company is IPO is completed, it will subsequently list with any one of the national stock exchanges and then any of the stock exchanges, and subsequently come out for the further trading. Then it will give you the liquidity. It will get the liquidity. Number one, raising of funds is happening, higher liquidity will be there, wider reach will be there. All these things are happening because of their listing through the stock exchanges. They are using the stock exchange platform. The company is using the stock exchange platform and making their shares, bonds, or whatever the financial instrument strengthening on that. Then you can see that in India, nationwide, 3 major stock exchanges: NSE, BSE, and MSE. National Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, and Metropolitan Stock Exchange. They are the nationwide stock exchange, because so many regional stock exchange, as per the regulatory bodies order and instructions, there it has been closed mostly. So these are the national stock exchanges now live for the trading. And then depository. What is the depository? They can, our Meher will explain in detail how the depository is operating. Actually, in one line, I wanted to say that whatever you are buying the shares, there is no physical share certificate now. It has been maintained in the electronic mode. That system is operating by the depositories. NSDL, which is the subsidiary of the National Stock Exchange, and CDSL, which is the subsidiary of the Central Depository, which is the subsidiary of the BSE. And what is the clearing corporation? You should know that when, as I said earlier, the guaranteeing of your trading, and it is doing it in the trading in the exchange platform, and then it is clearing of your trades and subsequently settlement. All these things are, trading is happening in the exchange, clearing and settlement is taken care by the clearing corporations. This clearing corporation is, every exchange is having a clearing corporation separate subsidiary which is operating for settlement and the clearing. That major activities is happening it. That means this clearing corporation is giving the guarantee for the trades happening in the exchange, and also for giving the guarantee for clearing and settlement. That means clearing and settlement means what? You are buying it through shares. You are not aware of that from whom you are buying it, because it is in online system. So when you, hello, no issue, I can proceed.
Yes, sir, you can proceed.
Yes, sir, please.
Yeah. Actually, the clearing corporation is giving the platform for the clearing and settlement, which is giving the not only the platform, it is for the guaranteeing the whatever the trading is happening, clearing is happening, settling it happening. You will get, that means what is the guarantee? When you are buying the shares, you will have the guarantee that you will get the shares. When you are selling the shares, it is the guarantee for getting the money from the who are all bought it. They will give the money that has been transferred to your account through your stockbroker. So this guarantee is happening. Over and above, which is the new system has come now. Earlier, when the NSE or BSE or MSE, the trading is happening, their subsidiary clearing corporation only will clear the trades, and then it is possible only through that. Now it is not like that. Even if you are buying a shares in NSE, you can clear it in BSE. That clearing will take care by the stockbroker, not you. that is whom you are attached with registered as a client for trading any stockbroker. That stockbroker have the facility of they can clear it with any stock exchanges whom he has selected. So then the securities market mechanism earlier, I don't know, most of the people might not aware of that. Earlier system was every exchange has a trading floor, which is the big hall was there earlier before the screen-based trading I am talking. So everyone will assemble. All the stockbrokers who wanted to buy or sell, client will tell that to the stockbroker over phone or by writing instructions stating that you buy this number of share for this rate, like that. Accordingly, they will collect it the whole week. Weekly, once it is assembled, it was assembled in the hall, and then everyone starts shouting it. I have the this number of shares, say like HDFC, I have a TCS, all the shares, this number. Then with the rate they will say. These people will take, but these people wanted to, who are all wanted to buy, they will approach them and then they will buy it with the amicable settlement. But one thing is, in this lot of problem was there. At the time when it was the physical certificate transfer happening, a transfer date might not be there, certificate may, that is a seal might not be there, stamp will not be there, signature might not be matching it. All these things was happened, which is related, which is leads to the bad deliveries. The word called bad deliveries. So once it is bad delivery marked, it will take much time to come to your account. So you to you it will take much time. So you cannot sell it immediately if you want to sell it also, since until otherwise the problem rectified. But current methodology is, it is absolutely a screen-based trading system. Everything is online, paperless, efficient liquidity and the transparency. Order matching system was there, best price, best time priority, and then backed by the clearing corporation, which is again I'm telling that it is giving the guarantee for the clearing and settlement. So now you can see that it is, even you can do the trades through the mobile, even desktop or a laptop, even over the phone also you can give the order to the stockbroker. Accordingly they will trade. So, and the index, everybody's we are seeing in the papers and the newspapers, books we are reading it, everyone is telling in the market, Nifty has increased to this much, 13,000, 12,000, 14,000 mark, and Bombay Stock Exchange is reached to the 44,000 marks, and then Metropolitan Stock Exchange is nearly 12,000 marks, 20,000 marks, like that and all. But I wanted to tell you one thing very clearly. Actually, see this Sensex, this is indexes. Normally they will call it as Nifty 50. That means that index of Nifty contains 50 shares. It is the selection as for these 50 shares from the various industries basket. It is from the even automobile industry, real estate industry, finance industry, medical pharma industries, like that. They will select the good shares and put it in this basket. Total number of 50 shares. Even if it is a fluctuating happening in any one industry, other industry will be go normal, so that this index will show that the actual performance of this industry, total industry, capital market industries, like that. Sensex always called as at a sensitive index, so it contains 30 shares. Same way, it has been taken from the various industries, and accordingly it basket may it is contains 30 shares, which compiled of the all the industries, and then accordingly it reflects the total performance of the industry. Like that, SX40 Metropolitan Stock Exchange 40 shares it contains. Like that, it will be 21,000 share, 21,000 mark, 20 marks, so like that it will be. So if anyone is talking about, if it is the National Stock Exchange, it is called Nifty Index, Bombay Stock Exchange Sensex Index, and MSC Metropolitan Stock Exchange SX40. So as I said earlier, markets in the capital market, two markets are there. As I said, primary market and the secondary market. The second primary market, people wanted to mobilize a fund. They will come through this IPO route. Accordingly, the purchase and sale is happening in this market. Then various companies also participating in this, and then multiple products available for the investments. That is the primary market. Secondary market, which is after IPO is completed, it will come for the listing in any exchanges which they have selected, and then it will start trading, and all the people will participate. Even the people who have not got the allotted the shares in the IPO, they can buy subsequently. Even we don't know, it might go below the IPO prices also, it will be above the IPO prices also. But here there is no struct for the number of shares buying. You can buy a number of shares. You can buy a 1 shares or a 1 lakh shares. You can buy it in this secondary market. So this platform is providing with the liquidity and the wider range of reach, and also the and I can say that the what are the prices based on the performance of the company. That particular shares prices may be fluctuate, and accordingly it may go up or come down. And then the latest one developments is happened, relodgement of transfer of shares. That means who are all having, even you can say, tell to your parents if they are having, because some grandfather or your father or your relatives might have it sometimes still in the physical forms. You can tell them that it was now it discontinued. Actually, physical mode has been discontinued, and from 1st of April 2009, even any shares only in the electronic mode can be tradable. But what has happened? Transfer deed lodged prior to the said date, rejected for some reason for that can be relodgement for the electronic conversion के लिए. So that relodge of transfer deed extended till 31st March 2021. Accordingly, they can send a share certificate to the RTA or the company. Accordingly, this can be made it in the demat mode. And then as I said only one point earlier. If the prices is moving up or coming down, it might be because of the company's performance. It might be a performance of the company, because total industries and the market you have to consider. It might be sometimes some relaxation for the real estate. So all the real estate shares will boom up. Automatically it will go up. So some fluctuation will automatically happen in that particular industry's shares. But overall, if you are seeing it, some RBI announcement or government policy matter or international issues, even your border issues or and the natural calamity, flood, rain, or a COVID issue. That is the example. You know that one information I want to tell you. In the month of March, actually, the Sensex came down. That time it was around 42,000. It came down to the level of 26,000 mark. Sensex. It came down to that level. Again, because of the government initiative, because of the RBI initiative, because of the SEBI initiative, all these things has made it stabilize the market, and it is now grown to the come back to the level of 44,000 mark now. Sensex again back to the pavilion we are now. Because of these, and not only this one, I want to give you one more information. As per the latest report says that nearly 15 lakhs new investors enter into the market between this COVID period. From March to till the September, 15 lakhs people, and even Mayor may say that there is a multiples of that demat account has been opened. He will tell you what is the developments is happened during that period. Because of this, even though the natural calamities, even you can say that COVID also one of the reasons. But comparatively, we are the faster development because of the international countries. Even our 140, 150 crores people strength in this May, we are working out. It is the affected percentage. If you are seeing it, only 5%. We have recovered fast also. But if you are seeing it in other country, even though the strength is less also, still they are not able to recover. The economy still their trouble is there. So that is happening here. So second thing is, one thing you keep it in mind. See, when you want to become a client, when you are entering into the market, you are a new investor, future investor, I can say. The students, participants, faculties, anybody. First of all, you should know that always this stock exchange, this is the capital market attached with the risk and reward. Both are there. I am telling you. Risk can be avoidable if you are doing a systematic investment. The return can be more subject to your period of the investment. It might be a short term, it might be a long term, whatever it is. So accordingly, your investment should be, you have to decide it for what purpose you wanted to invest it, like that. And then you have to select it very carefully, which segment you are aware of it. It might be, there is a number of products available in the capital market. You can see, start from the equity, mutual fund, equity derivatives, currency market, debt market, ETF is there, so many index trading, so many things are there. You can select it. First you update yourself, then design it, then implement it. But very carefully, I want to tell you one more point. It is, you have to monitor it. Many of us, we are investing it. You may say that we are timely invested, whatever things. But ultimately, have we watched? No. Have it following it up with the market? No. One fine day you are telling that I have invested 1 lakh rupees in the market, but I am seeing now the statement, it shows that only 30,000 is the value. Whose mistake is this? You have to watch it. So after that, then any news, rumors, any news, catchy investments, pamphlets, advertisements, so many things will come. Even some people come and say that you can invest today 50,000, next month it will be double, 1 lakh rupee. No, no guarantee in this market. No one can give the guarantee in this market. You are aware of that market is how fluctuating it. How can you give that? Some people asked me whether the market is going to be in the during I says that our program was happening in August. People asked that the market is for W or market is for V. It will come down, go up straight, or it will be U, or it will be come down, go up, come down, go up, like that. We can't judge that. So based on the situation, based on the current affairs, based on the future of the particular shares, based on the government policy, based on the RBI policy, it may fluctuate accordingly. And then you may get the multiple SMS. You can see that so many SMS you will get it. We will give you the advice, free advice. You can invest it. You must be very careful on that. They may give it for 500, select a 500 people, give the buy. They may give the 500 people, select a 500 people, click sell. So, but any one side it will be success. That is the story of this wrong. This one is coming. News as all SMS buy sell. You must be very careful. Since it is your hard-earned money, you learn to see that before investing it. Don't panic yourself. Sentiments nahi. You learn to check it, then you invest it. And then when you are decided that you wanted to enter into the market, first you have to become the client of the stockbroker. So you have to enter into the stockbroker selection. As I said earlier, he should be a registered broker. He should have a terminal with a recognized stock exchange. These two is very important. That you can check it in their website itself. That can be even walk into their stockbroker office. In the entrance, there is a notice board available. In that notice board, you can track it. Whether they are registered number, they will put it. They always put it, the registered number, all information available. Compliance officer, principal officer details, management details, and the registration details, which exchange they are tied up with, all information available. You can look into that. You can verify it with, even if you want, you can verify with the with the relevant exchange. or with the SEBI. So once you enter the market, you will have to fill some forms. It's a KYC forms will be there, rights and obligation forms will be there, RTD, do's and don'ts, policies. Now it is everything is online. Even KYC can be done through the online with the online verification itself. That is possible. But only thing is, I very clearly, you need to give the mandatory document details. Wherever it is mandatory document, that has to be given. When you are opening an account, 3 account it has to be opened. Number 1 is for the trading purpose, trading account. Bank account for the operational purpose, movement of funds from your account to come to your account from your account. Number 3, demat account. The securities come to your account, it has to go from your account to others account. So these 3 account is must. There might be a non-mandatory documents also in the forms. You need not sign and give it also if it is not required. Based on the requirements, you can sign it and give it. And then the contract note, which is the confirmation of your trade. When you are buying or selling on the whole day, what is happened? Multiple times you are buying it, multiple times you are selling it. With the multiple exchanges, your operation is happening it. Everything will show in one statement, which is called the contract note. And then the statement of accounts, that based on your request, they will send you the statement on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis. And then the trade confirmation and margin utilization detail also, they will send it to you. If you are not doing a trading on your own, not through the mobile or not through the laptop, not through the desktop or your, then you can call and tell the dealers. They are called it as a dealers in the stockbroking office. You can call them and then you can put your order based on your. That call is recorded as per the requirement of the regulatory bodies. They need to record that. And then what are the information once you are traded? What are the daily information they are sending it? They are sending SMS or mail alert related to your trading. And then margin utilization. Say like you are buying for 1 lakh total value. You are not going to pay 1 lakh. You are going to pay some percentage on that. 10%, 5%, 15% as per the broker. They will tell you that you need to pay, say like 1 lakh rupees, you pay only 15,000 rupees. That is called the margin. And then contract note, within 24 hours you will get it. And the statement, whenever you are getting the statement, if any discrepancies, you will have to go back to the stockbroker within 7 days. You will have to report it. Then it will be resolved on that place. Then you can see that, as I said, the electronic contract note. It is electronic contract note if it's based on your declaration at the time of registering yourself as a client. They are alerting you the UCC, unique client code. That the client number will be there. That only whenever you are putting an order through this one, that number only will reflect. And the contract note in the electronic mode, where you already declared to the stockbroker the mail ID. In that mail ID, within 24 hours, you will get the confirmation of this contract note. You will receive it. In that, what are all the things available? It starts from the name of the stockbroker and end with even the complaint anything you wanted to give it, where you have to approach all the information, including of number of shares, prices of the shares, percentage of the brokerage, percentage of the transaction charges, statutory charges, which is the SEBI related charges, all will reflect in this contract note. You can see all information in one statement, which is the electronic contract note. Even if you are not getting it, or your mail ID is struck something somewhere, if you requested for the physical statement, they need to give that. That statement will show all the information, as I said. And then mode of payment. This is the confusion people are having it. Even you are going to be the investor and to be the client of the stockbroker, you must know one thing, which is no cash transaction in this market. At any cost, cash payment or cash receipt are not allowed at all. You will have to transact only through the account pay check, demand draft, or RTGS facilities, electronic mode facilities. What are the available facilities? You can use it, except the cash transaction. If somebody is coming and telling you that, sir, you give the cash, we will take a DD and then we will open your account, all this. No, It is not allowed. You yourself can take it, but you cannot allow somebody to give the cashier like any of the officials from the stockbroker relationship manager coming to your place and then doing it. No, not allowed. And then delivery of securities also, delivery receipt both from your account only. So now everything is systemized. New system which is called the pledging of security. Instead of margin you can you are giving a cash, instead of that you can give the securities also by way of pledging it. That is also available. Then ultimately the investor grievance redressal. See, before that the rumors related one SEBI video also is there. It shows that one Kumar is one group of people is talking in between them, and then among them then they are telling that Kumar says that this shares will go up in the triple in the next month if you are buying it now. Then these 3 people going and telling to other 10 people, like that the rumors is spreaded up to 150 people. Then everyone started buying it, but no one has asked that who is that Kumar. Finally, one person has asked, who is the Kumar? Where he is working? Who is that person? How he got this information? Then the immediate level of people started talking on that. Yes, correct. Who is the Kumar? Then everyone started, and it came back to the first person. He says that I am not aware of that. I just heard Kumar has said. So that is called the rumors. So you must be analyzed accordingly. Then you let invest it. Then when your trading system is going smoothly with the stockbroker, no issue at all. You will have a good relationship with them. Then everything will come to your place. Everything is okay. One fine day, you will say that, sir, I given 50,000 rupees. I am seeing in my account only 15,000 rupees are available. Where has gone? You can start that question. Then you will have to approach first level to the stockbroker, trying to resolve that issues, and then within 30 days they will have to resolve it. If that is not happening, because why we are telling this complaint, not for the fear, we are telling that what are the opportunities available for the investor and clients to resolve their queries, resolve their issues, how the exchange is functioning with the various platforms to resolve the investors' issues. That is what we wanted to update to you. So the stockbroker, if it is not resolved, or he has resolved but you are not satisfied, the complaint might be on any basis. It might be on the service oriented, or it might be on the financial related issues. First level, you have to approach the stockbroker. Second level, you have to approach, if you are not satisfied there, you can go to even the SEBI stockbroker, SEBI score system also available. You can log through the scores. There you can system for the complaint redressal mechanism. There you can register it also. It will come to the exchange, or they will try to resolve it also. If the exchange comes, the exchange is trying to resolve it within 15 days. With the coordination of the respective stockbroker and trying to, if it is not happening amicably or you are not satisfied, this will go to the next level, which is called investor grievance redressal mechanism, which is IGRC. That is each investor service center having the system, and then in that way all committee members are experienced people and education background with the legal, law and the capital market and the commerce, economics, all these things. People are there to resolve these queries. They will call both the side and amicably trying to resolve it. If that is not happened, then you have another facility called, this is the second facility. Third one is arbitration facility. There also retired judges, all good educational background with the experience in this market people, the committee is there. You are going to select it with the 3 main name accordingly. Member also will select it, and then it will be one arbitrator will be appointed for the handling the queries. That will take care by the these people. And then the arbitration also, it is not resolved. You can say that it is not resolved. Then the next level is third level over. Fourth level is appellate tribunal. Appellate arbitration is available. There also that same case can be forwarded there, and then you can resolve it. And if that is not happened, there also people are not satisfied, then you have to go outside the exchange purview, that is called court. Under section 34, you will have to approach the court accordingly. So all these things, I said the process, how it's happening, it, what are the facility available, where you can invest it, what are the products available, everything I told you. But ultimately, the investment plan, you have to, as I said, first level, risk and reward is attached in the capital market. You cannot judge that it is only reward or only risk, and risk can be avoidable subject to a systematic investment plan and systematic operation of your account, trading account, all these things. And you have to design yourself like it is you wanted to invest for the short term or a long term. That you have to design accordingly, and then you have to select the product, that is financial product or non-financial product. Financial product like equity share, derivatives, debt market, all these things are there. Non-financial, real estate, gold, all this. Even the gold is now ETF available in the exchange level. You can design accordingly. Then design it, implement it, and absolutely you need to do the monitoring of your investments. Then your investment will be in the safe mode. So finally, the market is always sentiment related work. It might be fluctuate for any reason, not only in India, international, even the America or the US president election also will take care of here. The information on that. All these things, because the overall coming, it might be reflect on the policy matters. So accordingly, our exchange also, if it is Singapore is happening something, then it will reflect on our market also. So all these things you have to consider, accordingly invest it. Your investment should be in the safe mode always, because even though your students, faculties are there, I want to tell that your investment should be useful. Since it is the hard-earned money, it should be useful for you, your family, and your future generations. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity, such a wonderful opportunity. Even though we are not able to meet in person, but we are having an interaction with this through this webinar system. I would like to thank SEBI also for this. I would like to thank all the college officials, Sandeep and Mr. Megan. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving such a wonderful presentation and lots of information about the current securities market and how we need to invest our hard money on it. Now I request Mr. Mihir Moge, the manager from Investor Education Department in NSDL, to address the gathering and do his presentation. Mr. Mihir, can you hear us now?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Is my voice audible to you, Kavita, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir. Over to
Yes.
you.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for giving us the opportunity to be a part of this session. So I'll quickly connect my presentation. Just it is visible. Is the slides visible to all?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks. So today's program, good evening. I represent the NSDL and I represent the Investor Education Department. So as a part of investor education, we keep doing programs, investor awareness programs across India throughout the year. The basic aim or basic objective in this doing this program is to create and spread awareness about capital markets. What are the different avenues that are available for investments? Then what are the things? What are the precautions that one has to take so that he becomes a prudent or a jagrut investor? This is what is all about my presentation, today's presentation. So just to give you an introduction, World Investor Week is going on. So tomorrow is the last date of that. So this is celebrated in association with SEBI, and you must have also seen holdings across Mumbai, where a lot of other companies have also put. So this is celebrated across India, and SEBI is a member of the World Investor Body. So we are celebrating that together. So quickly moving to my presentation, the topic for today is introduction to Indian securities markets. Indian security market or capital market, I would say, is a place, as sir has already given an introduction. What is a capital market? Is a market for getting capital. So whoever wants to raise money can come to capital market, present a business case that, this is my business, this is my company, and this is what I do, and these are the prospects. So if anybody wants to invest in that company and become a shareholder of that company, he can do it. So there are multiple ways of raising capital. One way is via IPO, initial public offer. I don't need to tell, because as ma'am was giving introduction, most of the students are from the finance, so I don't need to give an introduction about what is IPO. The other option is the secondary market. So when the stock is listed on the stock exchange, one can start investing in those stocks. And there are two ways. Today, in today's session, what we are going to talk about is investing, pure investing. We are not going to talk about trading. So we are not going to use terminologies like trading, short selling, and all that. So we are going to purely talk from an investment perspective. So Indian capital markets is regulated by SEBI. There are multiple players who are there, who are basically a part of the Indian security markets. Stock exchanges, derivative exchanges. As sir has already briefed, there are three major stock exchanges in India: NSE, BSE, and Metropolitan Stock Exchange. Then there is depository. There are two depositories in India, NSDL and CDSL. I represent NSDL, which is one of the largest depositories in the world. It was established in 1996, and today, we have a nationwide network. In fact, we are present in almost 99% of the pin codes in the country, and we have a wide network of 270 plus depository participants. Then there are other players like RTAs, then financial advisors, mutual fund advisors, etc., etc. So this is how the Indian security markets look like. This is an introduction of NSDL. So, which I have already explained. So, talking about the progress of NSDL, a lot of you must be thinking whether it is advisable to invest in capital markets. Everybody says, including our parents, say that it's very volatile, it is very risky. A lot of people associate stock market or share market with they call it a satta bazaar. So that is completely different. It's not satta bazaar. Most people call satta bazaar with trading. They associate it with trading, but capital market is not all about trading. Trading is another aspect which is there. As I mentioned earlier, we're not going to talk about trading. We're going to talk about long-term investments. So long-term investments can vary. For some, it may be 2 years. For some, it may be 5 years. For some, it may be 20 years. So it all depends on your goal and your needs. So, but the motto is to do a long-term investments in by identifying good opportunities in companies. And you're basically, when you're becoming when you're investing in shares, you're basically investing in the business. So whenever you are investing in any business, you should always do a proper research and all that. So what this slide talks about is the growth, over the period of time, the total wealth that is there, that a custody value, how it has grown over the years. This is what I want to portray. So this shows the power of investing, how even the stock market is something very volatile. It never remains at one point. It keeps growing, it comes down, again it goes up. Right now the stock market is growing, it's high. Some months back it was low. During lockdown it was low. So again it will never remain same. It will always keep going up and down. That is the basic nature of the stock exchange. But if you are investing in a long term, this is what it will give you. It will give you long term investments, will give you a long term it will lead to wealth creation, and this is what is visible from this slide. So the total wealth of all investors have grown. So custody value is the total value of all assets which are held in NSDL depository. So in fact, this is the October figure. If you see the yesterday's figure, it has already crossed 200 lakh crore. It is close to 210 lakh crores, which is very close to the GDP of India. And today, India is not a small economy. It is one of the top 5 economies in the world. We have recently overtaken Britain or UK as the 5th largest economy. It is this figure is very near to the GDP of India. This is just an elaboration. This shows a comparison of NSDL's custody value versus the total deposits which are there in the country. So the custody value of NSDL is higher than the aggregate value of all deposits, bank deposits that are there in the country. This slide shows comparison between GDP of India versus the custody value. So as I mentioned, this figure is as of March. So that time we had a lockdown and the markets were low. So the figure was 160. Right now the figure is more than 200 lakh crore. So I would say it's very close to the GDP of India. This is how the depository system works. The depository is at the center of the depository system, and all other players are connected to it. The other players includes the other depository. The companies, issuer companies, are the companies which have listed their shares in the stock exchanges. Their register and transfer agents or RTAs. Then stock exchanges, obviously, their brokers, and obviously the investors. They all are part of the system, and the depository is at the center of this system. So they are all interconnected. That is what I want to tell you. What are the different services which are offered by depository participants when you open a DMAT account? So you can also hold mutual funds in a DMAT form. You can do redemption of your mutual fund units in DMAT form. You can transfer your securities. You can also take loan against the securities you can also do a margin pledge of securities. You can freeze your account. There are multiple things that you can do. But the biggest advantage why one should have a DMAT account is DMAT being an electronic account. Once you do any change in a DMAT account, it will get reflected across. So just to give an example, for example, you are holding 20 shares or 20 when I say 20 shares, one share each of 20 companies. So you are holding multiple company shares in your DMAT account. So, and there is a change in your address. Okay, you've decided to move because you've got a job in other city and you're now moving to that city. So obviously you want to change your address. So in that case, you just need to contact your depository participant and inform him about the new address, and it will be done and it will get reflected across. But if you are holding shares in physical format, then you need to individually communicate that to all the 20 companies. So that is the biggest advantage of holding anything, shares in DMAT form. And today now it has become more or less compulsory to hold. If you are holding any unlisted shares, then that can also be dematerialized. In case you want to transfer your securities, then it is compulsory now to hold it in DMAT form, not in physical form. When I say transfer, what do you mean by transfer? Transfer from say A person to B person. But if there is a transmission, what do you mean by transmission? The transfer that happens post the death of the person. So if that is the case, then it is still allowed as per the SEBI rule, and this is valid from 1st April 2019. Now that you know what is capital markets, who are the different players, now the next question arises: how do I start investing in capital markets or security markets? You basically require 3 things. Bank account is something which we all have. Then a trading account or a broking account and a DMAT account. Broking account is something that you have with a broker who is basically a member of the stock exchange. So he will do the in a trading or a transaction. Transaction will be done through the broking account. Demat account is with the depository. As I mentioned earlier, there are two depositories in India, NSDL and CDSL. And Demat account is something which is an electronic account which helps you to hold all your financial instruments or investments in electronic form. There are multiple things that you can hold in Demat form: shares, mutual funds, government securities, bonds, debentures. The list is endless. If you want to know more, you can visit Google. You can check on Google. You can check on internet. What are the things that are available that you can hold basically in Demat form? Today, NSDL has over 270 plus depository participants, and there are many DPs or depository participants who offer 3-in-1, who offer all these facilities. So you can open account with them. They have also started, many DPs have also started offering online Demat accounts. So because there is lockdown, many of you must be thinking, it's risky to go out and visit a DP office and open an account. So you don't need to worry about. You can still open your Demat account from your home, from the comfort of your home. Just the way you are attending today's program, you can open your Demat account from the comfort of your home by availing the online account facilities offered by our depository participants. These are the documents that are required for opening Demat account: PAN card, then proof of address can be any of these: Aadhaar card, driving license, passport, voter ID card, any of these. And then you require something called as a cancel check or a bank statement or a passbook, or basically a proof of bank account. And these are some of the basic features of Demat account. There is no minimum balance required. One can open account even for minors. There is no restrictions on the number of accounts that you need to have. Just the way there is no restriction for having bank account. One can open 10, 20, 50, 100 bank accounts. Although it's not advisable to have that much of accounts, but there is no restriction. Same applies to Demat. You can have multiple accounts with the same DP or different DPs. There is no condition such as joint account can be operated on either a server, just like in the banking case. The account can also be opened on your behalf by your stockbroker, provided you have given a power of attorney to him. Transposition cum Demat facility. What is this? Basically, if you are holding securities, okay, in physical format, and the order of those securities, for example, you and your brother, person A and person B are holding shares, okay, and they are joint holders in physical format. So in the certificate, the order is A and B, but you want to open Demat account. If there is the order on a Demat account, the order should be in same format. If the format is not same, order is not same, then you need to submit something called as a DRF form along with the transposition form. If it is in the same, like your shares in A and B, and you want to open a joint account, Demat account in the name of A and B, then obviously it will get there will be no issue. But if the order is not matching, you need to submit something called as a transposition form along with the DRF form. Nomination, it's not a it's not a mandatory thing, but it is very much recommended. Nomination is very important. Any individual can be a nominee. Minor, NRI, power of attorney holder can be nominated. You can change the nominee anytime. There are up to 3 nominees can be allowed on a Demat account. So one account, 3 nominees. No compulsion that the nominee must have a Demat account at the time. So nomination is very important, and I would urge all of you. In fact, any of your students, if you are having a Demat account and there is no nomination in their Demat account, then I would urge all of you to add nomination. To add nomination, you need to visit your depository participant and fill up the form, and he will tell you about the process. And once that is done, your nomination will be added in the Demat account. You can also inform your parents in case they have a demat account and there is no nomination. Transmission is something which one does, transfer which does one does post the death of that person. So if there is a nominee, then obviously it will go to nominee. If there is a joint holder, obviously it will go to the surviving joint holder. And if there is death of all joint holders and there is a nominee, then obviously it will go to the nominee. So it is very simple. Nomination process becomes very easy if there is nominee. Basic service demat account. So this is something which I would like to tell to all the people who are interested in opening a demat account and who don't have a demat account. So this is for all the new investors who want to open a demat account and start investing in equity markets. So basic service demat account is a facility which has been offered by the depository to all those people who have not opened demat account in the past. So you can go to your DP and tell him that I want to open a basic service demat account. Now, what is the basic difference? The basic difference is, as the name says, it's only a basic demat account, and you don't need to pay the annual charges till the time the investment amount is less than 50,000. The moment it crosses 50,001 to up to 2 lakh rupees, you have to pay AMC charges of only 100 rupees a year. So this is the biggest advantage of having a basic service demat account. Post crossing the 2 lakh figure mark, it will get converted into a normal or a full-fledged demat account, and you will be charged as per the AMC which are being charged by the DP. So we don't regulate the AMC charges for our depository participants, but if you want to know what are the AMC charges charged by different DPs of NSDL, then you can visit our website and you can check. You will get a list of depository participants of NSDL, their charges. You get a complete clear picture. So based on your relationship that you have with the bank or a DP, you can open your account where you feel it is comfortable. As I mentioned earlier, it is only available for a first-time investor. So if you already have a demat account and you want to open a BSDA, then it's not possible. Nor it is possible to convert an existing account into a BSDA account. So this is something which I already mentioned. Closure and shifting of demat account. Account holder has a right to close his demat account, and account can be closed by giving an account closure request to a DP. It can be done by filling up the form and signed by all the joint account holders in case they join. In case there is a single holder, then only your request is required. In case there is any security which is there in it, then it needs to be transferred to some other account. So first you need to open an account somewhere else and then share the details of those accounts, transfer the securities which are lying in your demat account current, and then you can close this account. Details of target demat account can be mentioned in the account closure request form for transfer of securities in the demat account. Now, what are the advantages of demat account? What are the uses? I would say you can apply for IPOs, NFOs, receive allotments directly in your demat account by mentioning your DP ID in the application form or subscription form. Receive corporate benefits like whenever you are investing in any companies, any shares, the company may or may not give corporate benefits. But whenever they are giving a corporate benefits like bonus shares or rights issues, it will directly come to your demat account. Cash benefits. Companies give cash benefits like they give dividends, they give interest, or if in case you are investing in bonds, your maturity amount payable one are directly credited to your bank account which is linked to your demat. So everything will come directly to the bank account which is linked to your demat account. Then you can also take loan against securities. We have many of our DPs launched a service called as digital LAS, loan against securities. So it is a completely online process where in less than 5 minutes you will be able to apply for a loan against securities which are there in your demat account, and the amount will get instantly credited to your account. So in case you want to know more, you can visit their website or get in touch with their team. They will let you know. Then you can also participate in something called as a security lending and borrowing scheme. Talking about the different services which investor centric services which NSDL offers. Before moving to the investor centric services, we depositories send something called as a consolidated account statement. This statement was we started sending it in 2015, in March 2015. This was a SEBI initiative where SEBI has informed both the depositories that they need to send something called as a CAS or a consolidated account statement to all their demat account holders. What is the frequency of the statement? If anybody is if any is doing transaction on a daily basis or a monthly basis, um, say by starting an SIP or is buying even one share every month, then he will get the cash statement on a every monthly basis. But if he's not buying, says he's a long-term investor, then he'll get it twice a year. March statement will April, and the statement he'll get it in October. What is so it consolidates all the transactions and holdings in the investor's demat account on the basis of his first holder PAN. It also includes mutual fund units which are held in SOA form. So basically, what does CAS give? CAS gives you a consolidated or a single glance view of his or her financial assets which are there. So it doesn't matter whether you have multiple demat accounts, whether you have having multiple mutual funds. You don't need to go through different set of paper. Only one CAS will give you a complete idea. CAS is available in email as well as in physical form. If you want to, if you see the screen, this is the e-CAS. This is the email version of CAS. And if you want to receive CAS on email, you can visit our website, which is nsdlcas.nsdl.com. There is a tab called e-CAS. Then there is a very simple process to register for e-CAS, and you need to enter your email ID or update your email ID, and you will also receive a OTP to authenticate it. And once your registration is done, you will also get an SMS and email on your registered mobile number and email ID to confirm that you will be getting cash on this email ID. Talking about investor-centric e-services, these are some of the services which an investor can avail to manage his demat account in an effective way. So, sir was talking about the importance of monitoring one's investments. So, if someone wants to monitor their investments, then these are some of the tools which one can avail. NSDL, I'll start with Speedy. What is Speedy? Speedy is a facility which enables an investors to submit various types of transaction. One of the common transactions that he can, one of the common instructions that he can do is submit something called as a DIS, delivery instructions. He can also submit something called as a margin place. So I will cover what is margin place later. So so this is a tool which enables you to submit various instructions online. So it's a secure tool where you will be getting a password and a login, and using your computer you can securely log in and submit your instructions. If someone wants to register for Speedy, you can visit our website. I'll quickly show you how to register on Speedy website. I'll just quickly take you to our website. So this is our website, nsdl.co.in. You need to go to something called as e-services, then click on Speedy. Okay, then go to e-services. So this is a dedicated website for e-services. Then click on something called as a new user tab. Here you can register for Speedy, ideas, and even steady. So we're talking about speedy. So one has to click on speedy. Then click on this tab, register tab, and then fill up the details. Once you're done with the registration part, you will be able to log in. And once you log in, you can submit various types of instructions. To do the instructions, firstly, you need to have a demat account, and you need to check whether your depository participant is registered for Speedy. If he is not registered, then you will not be able to register for Speedy. There are out of the 270 plus DPs, almost 180, 190 DPs are already registered for Speedy. So if you have opened a DP, your demat any of these entities, then obviously you don't go ahead and register for.
We are unable to hear Mihir sir. Sandeep, is he audible?
Mihir, yeah, yes, yes. Is there any kind of technical issue facing?
No, is my voice audible?
Yes, now it is audible. Please continue. Make it full screen and
Is
continue.
now audible, right?
Yes, you're audible. Make it
Yeah, yeah.
make your presentation full screen and continue.
Yeah, now is visible.
Yes, yes. Please continue.
No?
Yes, please
So you
continue.
can view and download 12 months past cash statements, participate in e-voting process. I tell you what is e-voting later. So again, registration process is very simple. You can download the NSDL mobile app. Again, it's a free app uh, uh, available on Apple App Store as well as Google Play Store. And there is a tab called New User. Click on it. Mention your DP ID and client ID which you have been given by your DP at the time of account opening. Define a username and a password and click on submit button. Once you do that, your ID, mobile app registration will be done, and you can use the same login ID for ideas. Alternately, if you want to directly register on ideas, then as mentioned earlier, you can go to our e-services website, click on the new user registration tab, select ideas, and enter the basic details like your DP ID, client ID, mobile number, and click on submit button. Then define the username and password, and you're done with the registration part, and then you can log in. So the mobile app is just an extension of ideas, and it's available on Google Play Store as well as Apple App Store. So those who are already having Demat account with NSDL, I would urge all of you to download NSDL mobile app and register so that you can manage your portfolio in a better way. Then talking about NSDL e-voting system is a facility which empowers an investor or a shareholder to vote electronically on the different resolutions of companies where he has done his investment anytime, anywhere. So now how to vote? The question is how do you know when I need to vote? So if you are a shareholder of the company will obviously conduct AGMs, they conduct elections. So they will update you. They will send they will send you emails communicating that there is an AGM on so and so date, and you can participate in the virtual AGM, and also there will be a facility to vote. So if it is offered by NSDL, then obviously NSDL will also send you an email with the login and credentials, and you can vote. Alternately, you can also log into ideas, and under ideas there is a tab called e-voting. So you can check if there is a voting if there are shares, if there is a voting cycle which is open in your company, in the company you have invested, then it will flash there and you can click on it and participate in the e-voting process. Then these are some of the services that you can avail. Ideas mobile app is and e-voting are some of the services which are absolutely free for all demat account holders. So I would urge all of you to register for it and take it. In case also at least check whether any e-voting is there, whether a voting cycle is open, and at least try voting for any of the companies where you have invested. So I've already mentioned how to participate in the voting. Either visit the e-voting portal or a website. Mobile app is there, ideas facility is there, integration to other websites. By visiting the venue, we also offer something called as a tablet-based e-voting solutions to companies. So in case they have availed those solutions, then you can visit their stall where they have placed their tablets and log in and vote. NSDL has also helped companies to conduct virtual AGMs and live streaming of various proceedings. So, in the last month, a lot of companies have conducted virtual AGMs using NSDL's e-voting solutions. In case you know someone who are holding shares in physical format or are holding shares and the dividends are unclaimed, they are not getting the dividends for the shares and are unclaimed for a period of 7 years, then I would suggest you need to contact something called as an Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority. It was formed as a part of the Companies Act 2013, and you need to investor needs to submit a claim form to receive the unclaimed dividends or unclaimed shares from this kind. If it is less than 7 years, then you can get in touch with the company and produce the necessary documents and just a right or a right shareholder of the company, and you will receive your unclaimed shares and a dividend for it. In case it is more than 7 years, then you need to company as per rule, companies have to transfer it to the IPFT authority. So in that case, you need to contact them. These are the basic steps. Of the claimant. If it is dividend, then obviously it will get claimant. Now that we are aware what is capital market, precautions.
Mihir, I guess, sorry, Mihir,
Hello?
to disturb you. Mihir, I guess
Precautions one has to take into consider so that he can become a prudent investor or a Jagrut investor. Always keep record of documents,
Slide is
statements,
not moving.
payment mails, save important emails, and always take a periodic backup of your data. Or always change your passwords on a frequent basis of your online accounts. Never share your OTP and PIN with anyone, even with DPs or bank official. If someone calls you that I'm calling you from so and so, never share that. No authority will call you for getting these details. Read SMS, emails, letters, bills, etc., which are shared by different entities to you. It may be a broker, bank, DP, NSDL, stock, SEBI. These are all shared to you so that you keep updated. Accept the DS only if it is serial number is pre-printed and client ID is pre-stamp or a pre-printer on it. Always keep DS in safe custody. It's just like your checkbook. Inform your DP about your change in any personal information like address, bank account immediately so that it gets updated, and you will always mention your mobile number and email ID at the time of account opening form, and always keep it updated. whenever there is a change, you need to update it in your Demat account so that you will keep receiving updates from all these authorities. We also have a dedicated education tab on our website, and multiple publications are available so that you can there are multiple publications which are available. I'll just take you to our website. If you go to our website, there is an education tab. We have a new update once every month. It is also available in Indian language. Apart from the newsletter, we also have a book which is a NSDL primer of personal finance, a booklet on security markets, investor brochures, e-guides, do's and don'ts of investing in capital markets, FAQs. The list is and can and check. You can also check out the education material which is available across the internet. So you can visit SEBI website, you can visit MSC website, different stock exchanges websites, so that you can get some information about the capital markets. And in case you want to attend many more programs such like then you can visit our investor awareness program tab. So we keep doing programs across India. Now because of COVID we are doing webinars, but in the past we were also doing actual venue based programs. So in case you want to attend our programs in future and you want to inform your friends, family, relatives, then you can ask them to visit our website and check on the forthcoming investor awareness programs tab and check our schedule. So in case you have any complaints, since you are already a student, so this is not something which is applicable to you, but in future, if you open your Demat accounts and in case you face any issues, then you can get in touch with these authorities. Thank you, and I would request everyone to share our feedback and suggestion about this program. You can email us on info@nsdl.co.in.
Okay.
And I'm done with my presentation. So now,
Thank
over
you.
to you,
Thank you.
Sandeep.
Thank you, Mihir. Thank you, Mihir, and thank you, Khwaja Moidin sir, for a wonderful insight towards the topic. What was proposed to the college, and let's now quickly go ahead for the last round of our session today, which is our question and answers round. And let me take questions one by one from the chat box. I guess there are a couple of questions. I would also request all our participants to kindly share your questions at the chat box, and we would take up the questions one by one. Do not unmute your audio in between. Only Mihir and Khaja Moidin sir will just keep their audio on unmute. So there's a question from Ms. Shilpi Singh. She's asking, sir, the value of NSDL was growing much before 2019. According to you, what might be the reason that is a slow growth in the value between 2019 to 20, irrespective of the pandemic? Mir, can you elaborate on this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, audio, unmute. Mihir, yours is muted.
Mihir, Mihir, you can unmute your audio. Mihir,
Unmute your audio.
Mihir,
Shilpi.
Mihir, there's a question. So meanwhile, I'm just getting connected with Mehul. Mihir, in between, let me ask a question to Khwaja Mohiuddin sir for the students of our ADMI. So, sir, can you just give an overview about how what are the career
See,
aspect
actually,
career
I see,
ahead?
yeah, career opportunities in stock market.
Yes, yes,
See,
yes.
there is a lot of opportunities available. One thing you must know that the subsidiary company of NSM, it's an institution of the SEBI, which is the National Institute of Securities Market. They are giving the various examination, online examination, everything is available in that in the capital market oriented examinations. If you are clearing that in the capital market, everywhere wherever you go, you can
Hello.
be you yeah, Miguel, yeah, Miguel. It can be you can say even for the dealer, or you can be the back office employees, or you can be the front office employees, surveillance people. So much of opportunities available. So what I'm suggesting is there you go to the NSM website, and also the exchange website also they are conducting separately some certification course also. As it is that NSM also giving a certification course for the students, for the industry people to promote. Even while profile reading, they says that in my profile read, I've cleared nearly 6 7 modules which is currency related, or a security market related, or a back office surveillance related, or compliance oriented, and depository oriented. All the stuff, certificate course is available. You can apply, and then you can enter into that. Accordingly, you make yourself update about the stock market with the latest informations. That opportunity is available, so you can apply on that.
Hello.
Yes. Okay, sir. So now Mihir is there online with us. Mihir, there is a question from Miss Shilpi Singh.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I remember the question. What I wanted to ask Shilpi
yes.
was, are you talking about the custody value which we display on our website? If are you talking about that value that is not growing as much as it was growing in 2019,
Yes.
or what
Yes.
value are you trying to elaborate?
No, I guess she's more elaborating on the custody value part.
Custody value part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
See, custody value is something which is it all depends on the market conditions. So we all know the market conditions that is there in 2020. Even the stock markets are doing well right now, but it is very volatile. It is very, I would say, because the overall economy, because of lockdown, because of COVID, everything is still negative. If you go through the current affairs details, just yesterday there was news that Indian economy post September is growing. Has started again growing, but because there was a big lockdown from say March, say almost July, August, across the India, the GDP has become negative. So we are improving, as sir has mentioned, Kaza sir has mentioned, we are growing, we are doing better than the world, but still things are still negative because of COVID and other things. So I think that all depends on the market conditions. But still, with market going up, our custody value has grown. It's not that it has grown, not grown in this year. As you mentioned, as you have seen in the slides, in March, because of the lockdown, sudden lockdown, it had reached a figure of 160 lakh crore, uh, which uh, which has today, if you see, the figure is 215 lakh crore. So it has grown over a period of time. So it's not that it's not growing. It all depends on the market conditions.
Okay. So we'll take up another question. So there's a question asked on behalf of one of the participants by Kavita Mishra ma'am. So compared to
Yeah.
male, female, have less opportunity in this sector? What are the opportunities that girls can have in agribusiness management? Can agribusiness management a career in it?
Agri, what do you mean by agri-business management?
Agribusiness, some course like for example MBA. It happens in general terms. So there are many courses like MBA specialization into cyber security, MBA in fintech, MBA in similarly this would be an MBA in agribusiness. So
Okay,
agriculture.
so I don't have much knowledge about that, but there is nothing like it. I would say there is nothing like less opportunities for girls and more opportunities for men. It's nothing like that. It all depends on the interest. Stock market, capital market is something which has been traditionally more associated, with men. So that could be one of the reasons there are more men in this industry. But if you see today, all the major banks CEOs today are also female, and there are a lot of CEOs and MDs of various broking houses also who are females. So nothing like it. It all depends on the interest, and it all depends on the if someone wants to be a part of this industry, there is nothing like this.
Okay.
It is to all.
So we'll take another question. There's a question from Mr. Ganesh. He is asking, I have started investing in stock recently. How to progress as an investor?
Sorry. What he has started investing, and what is the
How to progress as an how to grow as an investor in the by investing small amount of money. So that is what
uh,
his question is.
what's the name of the investor? What's his name? I forgot his
Mr.
name.
Ganesh.
Mr. Ganesh, see, there is no rocket science and a fixed formula that you need to follow this path. It all depends on an individual. Okay, if you ask me on a personal level, what I would suggest, if you have a knowledge of uh, capital markets, then what and if you know how to identify business opportunities, how to identify stocks, good stocks, and if you are financially aware of it, you're an advisor, then it's a different story.
Okay.
But normally, what people do is they first start with investing in mutual funds. Because what is the advantage of mutual funds? Is you don't need to do a research and all that. You just need to identify the right mutual fund, and they will do all the research. They have professional financial experts who will do the research and invest your hard-earned money in into the mutual fund, and that's how you money will grow because they will collectively put money in the stocks. They'll do a research everything for you, and you don't need to do that. So mutual fund is slightly less risky as compared to investing directly into stocks. So the my suggestion would be first invest in mutual funds, then once you get an idea, then you can slowly progress it to equity, and then you can start investing in direct stocks.
So okay. So now I have a question for Khwaja Mohiddin sir.
Yeah.
There's a question from Mr. Gopal Singh. He's asking what is the reason of equity stock market is going up and government securities are moving down.
See, it's all based on the policies. Hello, are you
Yes,
hearing?
yes, sir, you're audible.
It's all based on the government policies and respective industries ka relaxation, all these things. And government is the economic growth is slow only. We are expecting that to be 100% stabilized by the normal information, as the report says that max and max of May June of 2021, and also the expected as per the latest report says that the percentage of growth is faster than what they have expected. That even the RBI governor has says that their expectation is much later, but it is earlier itself there was some growth is happened. It slowly it will get growth. And the second thing is government securities is always based on the government policies and their plan and their investment and the financial strength of the government companies. All these things are there. So sometimes some relaxation from the government, say like petrol, if you are telling it something, some prices is came down or some losses is happened, like that it will be the policies based. So accordingly it will be go down only, or sometime it will go up also. So it's based on the performance of the respective industries, respective companies, and the government policies.
Okay. So there's a question from Miss an ID Yash Arora saying that what is gold ETF?
It's a exchange traded funds like a gold ETF fund. It's like a individual stocks traded in a similar way. Same way only it is one of the asset class. How we are doing it? It you are getting it in the electronic mode. Whatever the you are buying and selling it accordingly, this will be credited on your demat account also. It is the based on that only. It's nothing but the normally you are buying it outside the physical gold. It is going to be get it in the certificate in that way.
Okay. So thank you, sir, for your. So the I guess Mr. Gopal Singh, sir, if you want to add on to the previous question of Mr. Gopal Singh, so he's asking government securities based on interest rate and vice versa, or both are inversely related. Khaja, sir.
Hello. Yes, yes. Tell me once again, please.
So the question which was previously asked by Mr. Gopal Singh, so he wanted to add on it that government securities based on interest rate and vice versa, or both are inversely related to it.
It's also for the interest rate. It's RBI policies based also will affect the government securities whatever it is that investment basis. How the government companies are investing it, or the how the people are investing in government securities. Accordingly, the fund position based on that it will be considered for both.
Okay. Well, then there's a question from Mr. Sumit Jankar. He's asking how should one start with equity research to gain proper understanding?
How to before we were entering into the equity market, we first learn about the market, and second thing is, if you want the trial basis, you can invest it on a small basis. Even in the mutual funds, you can select some asset management company registered bodies, you can select it, and then accordingly the scheme which is available for that based on the small cap or big cap or mid cap or the industry basis scheme. So many things are there. You can learn it for some time in the initial level for the small investment. Subsequently you can update it yourself first level, and then you can slowly start investing in equity market also, if you are not well versed in equity market earlier.
Okay. So there's a question.
Sandeep, I would just like to elaborate what this sir said.
Okay.
See, I am not an investment advisor, so I cannot tell you a rocket, formula like this is like this need to do. But I'll tell you logically. If you want to invest in any securities or any shares, then the first thing what you need to understand, you when you are investing in a company, you are basically investing in that company's business. So first you need to take an understanding of that business. What is that business? What is that business that the company is into? What is the prospect of that business going forward? Say 5 years, 10 years. Whether it is a sunrise sector or a growing business, or whether that sector is something which is not going to do well. I'll give you a very simple example. If you are planning to invest in a oil stock, okay, a company which is an oil marketing company. I will not give the name any company because we are not allowed to do. Just for understanding, and giving an example. Yeah. So if you decide to invest in an oil marketing company, thinking that today oil is something very essential, it is used by everyone. So petrol prices are going up, so I should invest in oil. That is very short term. But if you see long term, a lot of governments of major countries, like there was news recently which says France has officially declared that they will ban oil, basically gas or petrol based, or basically hydrogen based, hydrocarbon based fuel cards from 2030. so which is just 10 years away. And they will require everyone to buy a electric or a hybrid car. And the entire industry is like, wow, what is this? This is 10 years is too early. They were expecting this to happen, but they were not expecting it to happen so early. So similarly, other countries are also doing it. So if you're planning to invest for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years in an oil marketing company, then obviously it's not going to do well because their business is at risk. Similarly, so in those lines, you need to think if you are investing in any company, you are whether it will be beneficial for me to invest in, whether that sector is going to do well long run. Like rather you can invest in say green energy based projects or example. I'm not saying that you invest in this sector. This is only for example purpose. Okay, so you need to do a proper research and understanding of the business in which the company is. Then identify whether the financials of the companies are good, whether it's a debt ridden company or it's a debt free company, who are their promoters, how strong is the board, etc. Whether foreign investment is coming, all that factors you need to understand and then take a conscious decision to invest. So this is like basic. Obviously, if you want to know more, you need to do a proper research. There are courses available for financial advisors. If you want to do that, you can do it. You can visit NISM website. You can visit NSC website, etc., etc. Thank you.
Thank you, Mihir, to give an insight into it. Uh, Now, Mr. Mehraj Rizvi has asked that how stock price increases in secondary market. Khwaja sir, can you elaborate on this?
The stock prices are moving, as I said in my presentation itself. If you're selecting some stocks and based on the company performance, based on their past and the future expectations, say like they've given declared a dividend and the bonus shares and the performance of the company is strong, all these things apart from the industrial relaxation something, based on that the prices of the particular industry stocks are moving it on that overall movement. If you are talking about, it might be the government policies commonly or RBI policies, or there might be international issues, whatever it is. So based on that the prices will move up or come down, whatever it is. Particularly first level, if you are saying, is the particular stocks based on the performance of the company, based on the financial strength of the company, based on their business plan of the company, the prices will reflect whatever the price is reflecting on that, based on that one. It's creating a liquidity. Actually, the how many people are entering to that, some information based on that, many people will start buying it, automatically will the prices will move up. And then the pressure of selling because of the bad news or because of the non-performance of the particular company's business, promotional activities is not there, all these things. Apart from that, over and above pressure on the government policies, all these things, it may reflect on the stock price also.
Okay. So I guess Mr. Gopal Singh is saying now stock markets are going up. Is it the good time to invest in gold?
See, invest in gold only. You know that in the during the COVID time, all the good companies, good performance companies, shares prices also came down. It is, everyone has got affected on that, and that time people are already. That's what I said. That is in between this COVID period, 15 lakhs new investor entered into the market. They started, they knows that it is not because of the performance of the company, it is because of the COVID issue and lockdown. It the prices got, all the good companies prices also got affected on that, so that everyone started investing on that. Like that, even the gold prices shoot up like anything. It came such a extent, it's a, which is the highest level it we are seeing it now also. But always the gold is the if you are talking about the investment, it might be a real estate, or some people says that it is a gold is a good investment. Some people says that market is the capital market, share buying and selling is a good investment. So all these things, people. It's based on that. But always this gold is, even you can see that it is stabilized and increased certain level. But every time the cycle comes, these prices of the gold is always increasing. It when the stock market affect, then the gold will increase. It's an interlink of the say like stock, oil, and the gold. So the alternate investment, it is the alternate investment, they look into that, so that they will check it that which will be the best one, then accordingly they will invest it. Gold is also one of the best investment.
Okay, so with this, I would like to we would so this was the last question for today's session, and I would like to extend my thankful gratitude to MSc from MSc, Mr. Khwaja Mohiddin sir, for joining us. For joining us for this wonderful session, which was jointly conducted for Alkesh Dinesh Mody Institute of Management. Uh, and I would also like to extend my thankful gratitude to Mr. Mihir Moge for joining us and giving students an insight towards the capital market, security market domain. And now I would hand over the details, the session to Mr. Nikunj Chawla from ADMI to please give the vote of thanks and end the session for today. Thank you, and thank you, Kavita Mishra ma'am, for helping us conduct this session, and also a thankful gratitude to Smita Shukla ma'am, the director of Alkesh Dinesh Mody Institute of Management. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, ma'am. Thank for giving us an opportunity.
So thank you, sir. Good evening, all. So we have come to an end now, and before winding up the session, I would like to take privilege in proposing the vote of thanks on behalf of Alkesh Dinesh Mody Institute for Financial and Management Studies and Placement Committee. I would like to express our sincere thanks to Mr. B.M. Khwaja Mohiddin sir for providing insights on the overview of capital markets, and Mr. Mihir Moge sir for providing insights on investor awareness under the purview of NSDL. And I would also like to extend my thanks to Dr. Smita Shukla ma'am, Ms. Kavita Mishra ma'am, and Mr. Sandeep sir for their cooperation in the organization of this event. And lastly, I would like to thank all the students and faculty members from all over the India for their active participation. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you being here. And with this, I would like to conclude today's webinar. Thank you again for joining us today, and we will see you next time. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much,
Thank you.
Nikunj. Thank you so much, Nikunj, for
Thank you,
giving
sir.
this
Thank
short
you.
and crispy vote of thanks. Before we all wind up, a small announcement to the participants. We have posted the feedback link on the chat box. All are requested to kindly fill the feedback form before you leave the group so that we may easily process your e-certificate. I request participants to give us some time to issue your e-certificate at least 5 to 7 working days. If anybody has any question, the committee members will be there to help all of you. And this was the small announcement. Also, I have also, put it on the chat books, the official YouTube channel of Institute, wherein we have put the video of our past webinars. I request all the participants to kindly subscribe our YouTube channel so that you will keep on getting updates about our upcoming activities, upcoming collaborators, initiatives, which we keep on putting it on our YouTube channel. I think Nikunj has already proposed his vote of thanks, but as I represent our institute placement cell, so I'm not going to give a very long speech, but in a very layman's language, since my childhood, we have a lots of fear about securities market. My father was not very keen to invest in stock market, and that legacy he has given to me as well. So whenever somebody invests the money in stock markets or buying the bond, we always think of, "Arey, iska kya hoga aage?" So that kind of a feeling came. Even though I'm a part of Management Institute Financial and Management Studies, I had my own myths while dealing with stock markets, capital markets, and learning about securities market. But I can say this very confidently that today, after hearing Khaja Mohiddin sir and Mihir Moge sir, my fear has been reduced. I will not say it has gone out, but it has been reduced. And maybe when I go back to my home, I can discuss with my family members about the NSDL initiatives and Khaja sir, your presentation part, that how we are, it's not that dreadful the way I have been, seen in my imagination. And there are lots of career opportunities in this sector, and I'm sure that students will have lots of takeaway. Before we conclude, I request Smita ma'am also to say few words or give her concluding remarks. Smita ma'am, can you hear us?
Yes, Kavita.
Yes,
Kavita.
ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
so we can conclude the session now.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we can conclude this session. Thank you so much, Smita ma'am. So now we are signing off for a day. Once again, I'm very thankful to NSDL for partnering with us and having a chance to meet these two wonderful speakers of a day. We have received around 459 registration, and as the WebEx has a limitation to around 200 participants to attend the webinar. Those who have missed, we are uploading the video very soon, within a day or two. You may see the video on our official YouTube channel, and over there you may keep the learning of today's intact with you. So with this, Sandeep, we are signing off, and we would like to see in our next program very soon.
Why not, ma'am? Definitely. Thank you for the opportunity given to NSDL. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Thank you to the NSDL team and both the panel members.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Smita, ma'am. Thank you for.
Thank you, Smita, ma'am.
So, ma'am, shall I now end the program for all, or
Yes,
shall I
yes, you
wait
can.
for all the participants to at least fill up the feedback form?
Just give 2 more minutes,
Sure.
Sandeep, till
Okay.
the time the participants take the feedback form. And after that, maybe you may sign off.
Okay.
Others may leave. Those who have already done the formalities, they may leave. As a host, we may stay here for 2-3 minutes more now. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.